What's good, YouTube? Casey the Quiet Warrior here. Today's video is not written, bullet point outed, or scripted. This is straight off the dome, so you already know. This is gonna be a part of my new series and playlist on the channel, which is called Just a Quick Message. Where what I basically do is I come on here and try to express something that I want to get off my chest in about 8 to 10 minutes, and with minimal editing to no editing at all, and just getting across something that's been on my mind or chest in about a short amount of time. So in today's video, what I want to talk about is not rushing to get into a relationship. And I kind of touched on this topic just a little bit previously in about 2 videos, but the way that I kind of came across and displayed what I was talking about, it really didn't come out right. It really didn't come out right at all. And I felt like, I could have gave a better example or a better way of explaining it, because it kind of didn't make sense the way I presented it. But with this is a key example of what I was trying to express into a better way. And there's multiple reasons on why, you shouldn't just jump right into a relationship, especially in high school when you're super duper young, and it's something that everybody deals with, especially from the media, just seeing stuff like that on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, YouTube, all forms of media, especially in movies, because you already know, especially, I don't know too many, but I'm pretty sure everybody knows High School Musical. And, the way they kind of present it in there and make it seem like, high school, you have to be the most perfect being ever. You got to have all the friends, all the girls. You got to be good at sports. You got to have good grades. You got to have connections. You got to know people from different schools. You know what I mean? Everything is all spiffy and dandy. And in reality, that's not what high school is like at all. At all. They try to promote and project this normal idea, this typical high school student, perspective or idea, out to the masses. And it's not correct. It's not correct at all. So, if you're having a problem with that already, just don't believe that. And that's something I touched on in a previous video, about feeling that way, that you have to fit into a certain mold, be that typical high school student in order to, feel accepted and welcome in high school. But that's one thing. Don't feed into the media. Don't believe the stuff that they try to promote and project onto you in there, because that stuff isn't real at all. And that's something that took effect on me, because I felt like I had to be that way, especially in high school, because the pressure is on you. Everybody, especially people that play sports, the dudes that play sports, they got all the girls, or quote unquote hoes, you know what I mean? And the pressure is on you. You feel like you gotta have a girlfriend. Like, as soon as you touch down, first day of freshman year, like, whatever female you see, you gotta hook up with them immediately. That gotta be your girl. And in reality, that's not healthy. And, that's not realistic. And I feel like, that should especially be put forth and brought, to more attention in high school, because a lot of people feel like they need this in order to feel whole and complete within themselves. And that's something that, affected me myself. And I feel like if people knew that they didn't need that, and that they're just fine the way that they are, it will be a lot of less, depression and sadness and anxiety from a lot of high school students. Because like I said, it's projected in the media so strong, and it kind of takes a toll and kind of, has control over you, because you feel like you have to be this way. And like I said, even if, you didn't have access to all that media, which I'm pretty sure, everybody does, if you have a phone, you pretty much have access to everything. But say if you didn't pay attention to any of that, it's still kind of projected, even in reality to a certain extent, just from the societal pressures, and especially if you have friends or family that may be pressuring you, like, you gotta get in a relationship, you gotta hurry up, get in a relationship. Like, don't ever feel like that, you know what I mean? Just don't ever feel like that. And that's the thing that, or a certain disclaimer, I guess, I just wanted to get off real quick. And also another thing, say for instance that you are in a relationship, or you're just starting high school, and you got into a relationship, and so far things are pretty much going good and you guys are straight. I'm not bashing anybody that is in a healthy, committed, relationship, and things are working between the two of you. That's great. And I'm glad that, that's able to work for you guys. But just remember that, you know what I mean? Both of you have to be whole and complete within yourselves, or, one or the other, or y'all will just both be just lost, and one or the other will be chasing after one of another, because you feel like you need that person to feel complete as a being within yourself. And that's just not the way it should go, and you shouldn't have to feel like that. So that's just the broad message that I'm trying to display real quick, or I guess you could say kind of like a disclaimer. But the things that you should do before even considering jumping straight into a relationship, especially as excuse me for that, trying to get across the things that you should do before getting into relationships for male. It doesn't matter depending on what age you are. Right now I'm 17 in my senior year of high school. It could be in the beginning of your freshman year, when you just 14, or I think that's the age. I don't know. It's been a minute, but before you even think about jumping into a relationship, please, 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 if I can't stress this more than enough, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. And like I said, I tried to explain this and get this across as a standalone topic in about 2 previous videos, but the way that I kind of explained it and brought it forth, I really didn't explain it right, and the way I said it kind of didn't make sense. But this is the reason and kind of the overall message and moral that I was trying to get at. Basically, if you were trying to get into a relationship or just, worrying about pulling females or hoes, in high school in general, please focus on yourself. Do not worry about the females right now, especially if you are just starting out in high school. You still have time. I know it may seem like, you don't have enough time, it's only 4 years, but I promise you, take a year or two off. Take a year or two to strictly focus on yourself to become a complete and whole being and be able to have a healthy and loving relationship with yourself. Do not jump into a relationship if you are sorry about that, my notification popped up. Do not jump into a relationship if you are not, complete or whole within yourself. Don't get into a relationship if you are having problems or if you are broken. Two broken people getting together, can't fix anything. You know what I mean? You have to be complete and whole within yourself as a being. And so, what you need to do is, start hitting the gym, work on your confidence, you know what I mean? Do self-improvement, no fat, start eating more healthier, meditating, you know what I mean? Things of that. Start journaling your daily life experiences, take breaks from social media, just things of that nature, all those things. And also another thing to mention, now you don't have to be completely distant from female and, not interact or talk to females at all. It's good, and that's another thing with confidence. Just try to go out more and, work on your mouthpiece and your game and be able to have that skill and asset for, when you are ready to, settle down technically and get into a relationship. That's a good skill to have. Just in general too, to become more high value. But that's a whole different topic, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to get too deep into that, but just focus on yourself. Like I said, hit the gym, work on your confidence, eat right, you know what I mean? Practice self-improvement, no fat, journaling, meditation, dopamine, breaks, staying off of social media, um, just doing things of that nature to be able to build up and become a better person and to have a healthy and whole relationship within yourself. Because once you do those things and put that all together, you will become complete with who you are, and you will be able to love yourself truly, and then, be able to share that love with somebody else in that way. I hope that made sense. I hope I explained that better this time and you were able to understand it. If you weren't, let me know in the comments below on what I could have said better. And also drop some tips on, what else you can do to focus on yourself and become a whole and complete being and have a loving relationship within yourself. So therefore, you are able to, spread that love and bring that love upon to another significant other. So that's all I really wanted to say. Thank you for watching, and peace.